It looks like you lost another one.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy ASAP, man, coming back to you live with another banger, man. And today we are going over a run defense in Madden 21. The run is not what it was in Madden 20. Everyone knows the run in Madden 20 was very dominant, but in Madden 21 the run is still very good. And before we get into it, man, if you guys are new to the channel, please hit that sub button, drop a like on the video, let me know down in the comments what you guys want to see next and if this video is working out for you guys. Also, do not forget to follow your boy on twitch.tv/ASAPAnt. We just hit affiliate over there on Twitch, so please check me out over there. We play weekend league, we got gameplays, we do it all on Twitch. So let's get into it, man. And today we are going to go over the multiple defense. The multiple defense has a lot of really good run defense formations. You have 5-2, some we're going to go over. We have 3-3-5 normal, which is my base defense, and we have 3-3-5 wide as well, which is still a very good run defense. And we're going to show you guys how to stop the run. So today, to start off, we are going to start off with 3-3-5. This is my base defense. This is something I run a lot, and the play I like to come out in 3-3-5 is this cover one contain spy. As you guys know, bench press is the meta. It's going to be the meta until they patch it. I'm pretty sure a patch will come out eventually, but until then we are still running bench press man to man. And this is the play I like to come out in. And what I like to do in my coach adjustments is I like to set my curl flats to 20, anywhere from 20 to 25 yards, depending on the zones that are out there. I also like to put my option defense on conservative, because if you guys face these trips and gun bunch and these other formations, the read option will kill you. So you got to pay attention to that. So let's get into it, man. So on defense, we're going to call our cover one contain. And on offense, we're going to go over the infamous trips. You guys know in trips they like to put two running backs out here, and they like to audible down to I form, close, and all these other formations. So we're going to get into all of that today. And let's start off with inside zone. So when you come out against trips or anything that has an inside zone, really, what I like to do is I like to press. I like to put my linebackers on purples, and I like to crash my defense down. But to stop the inside zone, I like to take my safety and I like to hover around here, because when the ball is snapping, you know it's an inside zone. You can shoot this gap right here. It's going to be a gap right here. You can come in unfree and you can blow up the inside zone. And we're going to show you right now. He snaps the ball. We get in the backfield, we get a hit stick. That's no gain, and that's how you stop inside zone. It doesn't matter if he flips the formation. Like I said, if the running back, if the formation was flipped, you would just hover here and you would shoot this gap right here. It wouldn't be it wouldn't be that much of a difference. But we're gonna run it again for you guys. We're gonna set up our defense. Like I said, when he runs inside zone, you shoot that gap and you make the tackle. Again, shoot the gap, hit stick, make the tackle, try to cause a fumble, and that's how you kill inside zone. And the reason that we put our option defense on conservative, because he's going to have to always hand that ball off. So if he runs a read option and he hands the ball off, it's still the same. You still shoot the gap the same way. You get into the backfield. We got picked up right there, but you see the other guys there to clean up, and you make the hit stick. So like I said, that's why we put our option defense on conservative, and we do things like that. So next, let's say our defense is all set up right here, and you know they have two running backs in, and they like to audible to this I form close, and they run stretch. So what you want to do is you want to notice where the strong side of the formation is, meaning that you want to know where there's more players that favor one side of the field than the other. In this instance here, we have more guys to the right side of the field, so we're going to shift our line to the right. And then we're still going to set up our defense the same way. We press, we have two purples. Now for stretch, there's going to be like a little gap around here, but when they're under center, the main thing is to contain the run. You don't necessarily have to always get a tackle in the backfield, but you want them to contain, because the goal for when people audible down here is they're just trying to see if they can run the ball, milk the clock, and see if they can just dominate the game with the run. So you want to contain it. That's the number one goal, is to contain, to make sure and let them know you will not run this on me all game. So when they snap the ball, I'll either try to shoot a gap right here, or if I don't see it, I'll just try to get outside and contain them from getting outside. So I'm going to snap the ball here. You see there's a little gap. We missed it a little bit, but our defense is still in position to contain. We're going to set it up one more time. We're going to audible down the stretch. We're going to shift our line, put our purples out there. And when they snap the ball, you see we contain right there. Jamal Adams is right there for the hit stick. So that's how you're going to contain the stretch. Now I know you guys are saying, well, what if they audible backside? You're still going to set your defense up the same. So you're still going to shift your line. You're going to put your purples out there, because with the purples, we're still in great pass. So if they flip their run to the opposite side, we are like this. We are still in great position. So if he hikes it, you see we have a gap right here. We can shoot that gap and we can make the tackle. We're going to run it again one more time. You guys definitely want to practice this. It's a little hard for me to shoot the gaps with 2 controllers right now, but practice makes perfect. You practice shooting these gaps and you will become really good at stopping the run. We're in stretch. We're going to flip it back to the other side. People like to do that. And as you see, we have a gap right there to shoot. We make the tackle. They got no yards. So we're still in great position no matter which way they try to run. So now you guys are wondering, well, what if they audible to dive? So we're going to audible to dive, and we're going to set our defense up the same way. You shift to the strong side. You put your purples out there for great containment. And also another tip for when you're trying to stop the run is when you notice they hand the ball off and it's a run, you can click in that right stick and your players will have better pursuit towards the ball on a run play. So like I said, we're in dive. I hike it, click in that right stick, we contain, and we don't let them break it. Now, run committing is also another option for this, but we're going to audible again to show you that it still works. We can get a little bit better of a stop on dive. Usually on dive, there's like usually a gap right around here somewhere that you can shoot. It's not that consistent, so like I said, it takes practice. As you see, we get into the gap right there and we stop that for little to no yards. That is something that can happen every time. Like I said, it's a little tough right now with me because I have 2 controllers, but trust me, that gap will be there. You can contain halfback dive. Now you just want to be aware of them trying to bounce it outside. You don't want to bring your user like into the box. If you bring your user into the box, the O lineman will pick you up. So you want to try to stay back a little bit and try to anticipate the snap. And when they snap the ball, that's when you get into the gap and you stop them for little to no yards, just like that. So that's what you want to do against dive. So now I'm sure you guys are wondering, well, what if they're in the under center formation like this? This is wing flex close. This is a really popular under center scheme, and what you can do is, again, we're going to try to set our defense up the same way. We're going to press, we're going to identify the strong side, and we're going to shift our line that way. We're going to crash down. We're going to put 2 purples on the field. Now the beauty about something like this is if they run stretch, which we are in stretch, we have the numbers. We have the numbers to that side, so we should get somebody coming in free. If not, we will still be in perfect position to contain. So when we snap the ball here, again, someone came in, we didn't have to make the tackle. The computer made the stop for us, and we're going to run it again one more time, setting it up, same thing. The goal is containment, not to necessarily always get a tackle in the backfield with your user, but you want to get contained. So we're going to snap it again. As you see, our guy comes in free, makes the tackle. Running is all about numbers. So again, but you need to have good user, because now let's say they try to run it backside, which is something that runners always do. If they can't get it one way, they're going to try to go back the other way. So again, we're going to contain. You see right here, we get picked up a little bit, but you see right there, if obviously I have 2 controls, but if you can get outside and make that containment, we're going to run it one more time and show you guys again. The beauty about Madden this year is that you can make tackles. So we're outside here, we may contain, we make the tackle in the backfield ourselves. That's what you want. You don't want to get caught up. Like I said, your run defense is only as good as your user. We're going to want it one more time to show you guys that it works. Again, they run stretch, you click in that right stick and you make containment. You make sure they don't break any runs. 2-3 yards is enough, but eventually they're going to have to pass, and that's the goal. So now you're going to say, well, what if they run dive? Same thing, same setup. You still have great defense. Like I said, there's a gap there. We shoot the gap, we get the stop. And the goal is to make them pass. That's what they're going to end up having to do. And again, I was able to shoot that gap because I wasn't, like I said, if you hover inside the gap too much, the offensive lineman will pick you up. So we're going to set up our defense again. We're going to run dive. He snaps the ball. We get in there, we make a play, and we get a stop. So that's how you're going to stop the run. Like I said, the key is to identify the strong side of the formation. So example, if they flip it, let's flip this formation one time. Now the strong side is to the left. We're going to just shift our line to the left. We're going to put our purples on the field. We're going to press. Same thing. They run stretch. We get out there, we make a play, we clean up, and we get the tackle. So like I said, it doesn't matter if they flip. Normally, if they like to try to do a flip thing, your team's going to flip with them because we are in man coverage. We're not in zone. So if they flip, we're going to flip automatically. But that's not something we have to worry about. But as you see right there, you can pretty much stop any run out of 3-3-5. So now we're going to get into 5-2. What I like to run in 5-2, I like to run this cover one, and I also like to run this pinch sometimes, but I mainly like the cover one the best, because that safety comes in the box on that. So this defense is more of a, you're going to sell out and really try to stop the run. This is not something you want to run if they come out on like a trips and audible down, but like let's say they're in like an I form tight. This is something you would want to run against that, where you know it's not too many passing options. So like an I form tight, you know, strong tight, maybe a H wing. I would probably stick with 3-5 against that because there is some good passing plays out of strong H wing. But for this example, we're going to come out in I form tight and show you guys how to stop the run out of 5-2. So 5-2, we are in our cover one robber. Again, you want to press. Instead of you want to press, you want to spread your linebackers. You want to blitz all linebackers, and then you're going to take your D-line. You're just going to crash down. You don't want to motion them at all. You want to crash down. You want your defense to look like this. Now, in I form tight, we are in a stretch. You will probably get the linebacker to come in free, and you have the safety there. And then, like I said, the whole goal is containment with our user. So they run stretch. You see Bobby, go make the play yourself. You don't let computer make that tackle. You click on and make that tackle. But if you let computer do it, they won't always make that tackle. Now, obviously, this is Regs, and Bobby Wagner's just crazy, so he made that tackle, especially because he has enforcer. But do not rely on computer to always make that tackle. You go make that tackle yourself. We're going to run it one more time. As you see, Bobby comes in free, untouched. You see that? Go make the tackle yourself. You clean up in the backfield, and that's how you wrap that up. Simple and easy. Now you're going to say, what if they flip it to the other side? We're going to set it up the same way. Let's flip stretch. He runs stretch. The other linebacker comes in free. Obviously, I fell there, but the other linebacker comes in free, so it doesn't matter what side they run the ball to. Now, if you're worried about them passing, you still have man-to-man on the field, but as you see, if you're worried about them passing, then go ahead and put these linebackers in purples, or you can just run man-to-man stock if you so choose. But just to, like I said, this is more of a defense to just, we're all out trying to stop the run. When they come out in heavy sets that have little to no passing threats, this is what you want to come out in. And especially against opponents who are stubborn and don't want to pass at all, you can literally just come out in this, and you're going to stop the run, because you get guys that come in free like this, and you stop them in the backfield, and they're going to have to pass. So that wraps up the 5-2 defense. A great defense to stop the run in as well. So now we're going to get into this 3-3-5 wide, a defense that was made popular last year. It's still pretty good this year. Now, if this wouldn't be my go-to run defense, but maybe you're in a playbook that does not have 5-2 or 3-3-5 normal, and you have 3-3-5 wide, we're going to show you that 3-3-5 wide is still really good run defense. And how I like to set this up is you spread your D-line, you crash down, you press, you put those safeties and spies. Now, like I said, if you're worried about them passing, you take those two outside linebackers and you can put them in purples if you choose to kind of stop any corner routes, and then you just worry about the middle of the field. Or if you're really worried about them passing, you just spy one safety and you put the other safety in like a third or something like that, and you have really good pass defense. But if you know for sure they're probably running and you're not too worried about the pass, maybe their receivers aren't that good, and you're comfortable that your corners are going to lock up a man, then you can just put them in the spot, and you can keep those two outside linebackers blitzing or whatever they're in, and you stop the run. So right now we're in stretch. You hike the ball, you click in that right stick, you make a clean-up play. Like I said, containment. When you find an open lane to go make the tackle, you go make it. So we're going to run it again, spread our line, crash down, press, put our safeties and spies, and on the hike of the ball, you click in that right stick, and you go make a play. It's that simple. As you see, like if you look closely at the play, I'm gonna set it up one more time. You look closely at the play. You can tell when I click in the right stick, because like the safeties kind of wander, and then when you click in that right stick, you're gonna see Jamal and you're gonna see Diggs here like make more pursuit to the ball. So we're gonna snap it again. You see, I click on that right stick. Now they start taking off to the run, and you see we get a hit stick with our linebacker, and that's little to no yards. So now you're gonna say, well, what if they flip it? We're gonna run it the same exact way, and you're just gonna contain. We're gonna flip the stretch. You want to make sure you get containment. Click in that right stick, contain outside. Obviously, you just got a crazy stiff arm, but you see, little to no yards. You want to force them to pass at all means. You want to make sure they pass. You do not want to let runners just run all game, because that's how they chew clock and that's how they keep our offense off the field, especially if you know your offense is really good. We set it up again. We run again. Little to no yards right there. We clean up, and it's that simple. Now you're gonna say, just because we spread our line, what if they run dive? We're gonna come out and dive. We're gonna set it up the same way. Now if you're worried about dive, you can bring these guys in a little bit, but we're gonna shoot as you're gonna see, we get dive popping and they pursue to the ball, and we get a stop right there, little to no yards. And that will wrap up our run defense video. If you guys enjoy the video, please put a like on the video, sub up if you're new, comment and let me know how this defense works for you guys, man. Peace.